Oh, yes. Come in. Mr. Wayne is expecting you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Quite a place.
Thank you, old monkey.
Well, I'm glad to see you, Mr. Wayne. My, you're looking fine, sir.
Sir? My eyes. Sit down there and take a load off those flat feet. Well. Young Hank Hardy. The kid who walked out on $1 million partnership. Remember? You told me to go chase myself?
It wasn't our partnership I walked out on. It was the smell of those oil fields. Yeah, I couldn't stand it.
Well, I don't blame you. What have you been doing?
What I've always wanted. Managing and training fighters.
Fighters?
Yeah, it sounds silly, doesn't it? Me talking about the smell of oil, and you know how gymnasiums. But what I called you about is this new fighter I've got, King Cole.
Well, that isn't his real name.
Al Cole, but everybody calls him King on account of, you know, the poetry.
Yes, the romantic touch.
Yeah. Anyway, here's how I stand. I picked Cole up in Chicago, and I think I've got the greatest heavyweight prospect in the country. We've been trying to buck New York for a couple of months now, taking whatever club fights we could get for a couple of dollars. And here we are, getting nowhere and flat broke.
Oh, well, there's no reason why I can't dig into my sock for an old friend.
I'm not asking for something for nothing, Mr. Wayne.
What do you mean?
I want you to buy a half interest in my fighter.
Me? I don't know anything about prize fighting.
It'll only cost you $2,000. And if I'm right, someday you'll own half the heavyweight champion of the world.
Heavyweight champion of the world, eh?
Yes, sir. He's rough now, Mr. Wayne, but he's got the greatest possibilities of any fighter I've ever seen. What I'd like to...
Oh. Come in, Eleanor. Eleanor, this is Mr. Hardy.
How do you do?
He and I were partners in some oil properties in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's switched to prize fighters.
I'm glad to know you, Miss Wayne.
That must be much more interesting than oil wells.
Yes. Now, I've been thinking...
I'll be going now. Glad to have met you, Miss Wayne.
It's nice to have met you.
I'll let you know just as soon as I can get him set.
So, goodbye.
So long.
Find your way out?
Oh, sure.
Well?
Well, what?
What are you buying this time?
Now, listen, little lady. The first thing I taught you was to address your elders with respect.
Dad, if you tell me you're buying a prize fighter...
Certainly not. Just half.
A half a prize fighter? Oh, Dad, you're crazy.
Good for me.
Take all the things you know nothing about, put them in one great big pile, and right in the middle will be a half a prize fighter.
Well, as a matter of fact, I haven't bought my half yet.
Well, I'm not going to let you.
His name is Cole. Fighting name King Cole. The best heavyweight prospect in the country.
Oh, you're just quoting that man.
You know, there's quite a kick in thinking about it. Nursing him along, building him up, then bam! There you sit with half the heavyweight champion of the world.
I don't believe it.
Hardy knows a winner when he sees one.
Well, why'd he leave the oil business?
So he could look 10 years younger.
Your mind's made up, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
When do we look at him?
What do you mean, we?
I mean, I'm going with you this time. Somebody has to watch out for the family.
Eleanor, I want you to understand that I am now of age and will tolerate no more interference from you in my business affairs.
Is that final?
Yes, that's final.
What makes you think so?
Oh, nothing. I was just hoping.
Missed 2 fights.
What's next?
Cagliari and Cole. Hurry, Mr. Wayne. Tough luck, Tommy. Nice work, Joe.
Nice work, Joe.
Hey, you guys, beat it.
Papa says we could sit here.
My pen ain't got no say about nothing. Beat it.
Down in front.
Yeah? Let's hear you tell my pen he ain't got no say about nothing. Let's hear you.
Down in front.
Sit down.
Boys, we paid for these seats.
Oh, it ain't our fault if you're a sucker. Papa says we could sit here.
Listen, you guys.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Look, if you're not out of these seats in 2 seconds, I'm going to start yelling you stole my purse. All right, here goes.
You got a nerve, that's all I say. You got a nerve.
Thank you.
I told you this is no place for a lady.
Well, I'm not complaining.
That's not the point. If you'd only listen now.
What happened?
The knockout, the fight's over.
Oh, we didn't even see it. Who got knocked out, huh?
I don't know. Our half won. You better buy him.
Move and shake hands.
It was easy. He looked like he wanted to be in, so I tagged.
Quit talking big. Oh, Mr. Wayne. Well, what do you think?
Let's talk business.
There's a restaurant down the street. Can I meet you there after he gets dressed?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Say, there's a fighter, that boy.
You haven't even seen him fight. Big, though, isn't he?
I don't have to see him fight. Just look at the other fellow. Too bad, son.
Going to see Billy about another fight here?
No.
Why not?
You've kicked around the clubs long enough. Next fight's going to be big time.
Yeah. What are we going to use for hamburgers while we're waiting?
The, $2,000 I'm getting tonight?
2,000?
We're going to a training camp. Get you in shape for traveling 10 and 15 rounds. Teach you some of the smart points of the game. How does that sound, huh?
Cute. Now, where can you get $2,000?
I'm selling a half interest in your contract.
No, Pa.
That's the only way we'll ever get any place.
Oh, what are you talking about? We've been hitting the bumps okay.
No, you're green, son. Burning yourself up, knocking out pork and beans for chicken feed. Maybe you'll last a couple of years that way. Then what?
Pop, this is supposed to be a personal setup between me and you, and so far we've been pulling in our belts without squawking. Let's keep on going the hard way, huh? Just the two of us.
I'm going to make you champ. The only way.
Yeah?
Even if you get sore.
You met my daughter.
Oh, yes, yes. How do you do?
How do you do?
Miss Wayne, this is King Cole. And Cole, this is Mr. Wayne.
Glad to know you both.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, indeed.
What'll it be? Coffee.
Coffee,
Okay.
steak sandwiches, French fries,
Sure.
and pie, apple, a la mode.
Yes, sir. Now, you know you shouldn't eat that.
I'm hungry.
Apparently.
I thought fighters had to eat just certain things.
Did you?
Are we supposed to talk in front of Miss Wayne?
I guess so.
You see, it happens that I'm looking out for my dad's interests. He knows nothing whatsoever about the fight industry, and I'm just as much a part of this deal as he is.
Eleanor.
A woman don't belong around a prize fighter.
How do you mean that?
Well, they're bad for a fighter. I mean...
Well, if you're hinting that I have any ulterior motives toward your beautiful young gentleman...
He's not hinting anything. Be quiet, please.
If you're still interested, Mr. Wayne, I figured on taking Cole up to the lakes for a month or so first to harden him up, you see, and then...
What does he weigh now?
Why do you ask him what I weigh? I can talk. What do you think you're buying, steak?
Cole.
How tall is he?
Eleanor.
Well, if this is your idea of something, you can have it. I'm not going to sit here and listen to Lady Richbuck's horn in. She's had everything she yelped for all her life, and she shows it. And that's the kind of woman I can't stand.
Listen, you. Listen to me, you. Drive down a little and wait for me. Listen, you.
What do you want?
I don't want anything from you.
What'd you follow me here for?
I didn't follow you. I mean, I followed you to say that nobody's ever talked about me the way you did.
Well?
And no one has a right to talk that way about anybody. You've insulted me, and I'm not going to let you get away with it. You insulted my father, too.
I didn't insult anybody. All I want is for people to mind their own business.
Well, I hope you don't think we care anything about you.
Listen, lady, you already cost me $2.
How did I cost you $2?
Because I got sore and jumped in a cab. I got $15 in the world, and I spent $2 for a ride to no place. That wouldn't mean nothing to you.
That's just the way you talked before. Said I was a snob.
I never said snob in my life.
Well, you just as much as said it. And I don't want any person in the world to say that about me. And if you do say it, you're lying and being unfair.
Unfair? When you and your old man are slicing me up like a pie?
Listen, my father's only trying to help Mr. Hardy by buying a half interest in your contract. We don't want any part of it, actually. We're not interested.
You sounded like it the way you were butting in.
I'm only protecting my father. Since he's retired, he sometimes goes into crazy investments.
I suppose I'm a crazy investment.
In a way, yes.
Thanks.
I still haven't said what I wanted to say.
Hang around. It may pop up. I bet you'd be surprised if you knew I was here.
What does that mean?
Well, maybe you think I'm bragging, but I know plenty about women.
Well, congratulations.
Especially when they follow me around to tell me how much they don't like me. Then I know they're falling hard.
Well, I ought to slap your face.
I'm not kidding. There's a blonde in a nightclub, see? Harry's nightclub. I know other blondes, but this one's special. She sings there, and she can't sing for sour apples. When I walk into Harry's, the band plays Old King Cole, like she told him to, and she takes my arm and leads me to a table.
Who asked about your blonde?
I'm telling you, a guy in my business can learn a lot. And when a woman loves a fighter, she loves a man. And those are the kind that tell you how it is with other women.
And how about me?
You know by now. With all your class and fine clothes, you're still a woman. And there's something about me that's got you.
What do you think now?
Once a dame did that to me in Chicago, and I picked her up and threw her in a fish pond.
Oh, go on and throw. Throw me in the river.
Ah, don't worry. I'm not sore anymore. I feel sorry for you. And you're a lady, and I'm a mug, and I know where I belong. You can settle down now.
No, thanks. I'm going home.
Wait. I'll tell you something, just to show you there's no hard feeling.
I said I was going home.
All right.
This isn't exactly what I'd hoped to say, but I think you're the most resentful, self-centered, insulting person I ever met. So there.
Yeah.
Now, what did you want to say to me?
You know, it's a funny thing I was coming here tonight. I mean, well, this wasn't a ride to no place, like I said. Ever since I come to New York, I figured this was my own private spot, and I should never come here except the night before a fight.
Oh, I didn't know I was trespassing.
I discovered it the night before my first fight here, and I've been using it ever since.
How?
Well, I never told anybody before, but Well, here's how it is. It's the night before a fight, see, and I got an edge like a razor. You know, got to keep walking or go crazy. So I come here, all alone. All alone, and I squint my eyes and look across the river here right into the lights. And I see a woman, a sleeping woman, sort of calm and peaceful. That's all I need, just to see her sleeping. And right away, my muscles loosen up and I get relaxed. Then I go home and sleep, just like she's sleeping. And the next morning when I wake up, I feel all fresh and clean like a baby. And I could step in a ring and lick any man alive. And I'm still not bragging. Look.
I don't see her. Where is she?
Oh, no, squint like this. And look right over there where the lights are real thick. There's something wrong. I can't see her either.
Oh, I do.
Swell.
She's not sleeping, though. Does she have to be sleeping?
Yeah. I can't see her at all.
No, she's not sleeping.
You see her when I can't. I wonder why.
You're a strange fellow. First you're, well, the way you were, and now you're building romance around your work. I always thought prize fighters were men without any foreheads and snorting noses.
Yeah? Well, I better get going.
To meet your blonde?
That's right.
By all means, get going.
Wish I had the nerve to fall for you. You're a swell dish. But I know where I don't belong.
Well, that's sweet of you.
You can kid all you want, but take a tip. I'm bad news for you if you keep thinking about me. Got a way of getting home?
Oh, yes. You go straight to your lady. Don't worry about me.
Well, for your sake, I hope your old man don't buy half me.
I hope so, too.
So long.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Some of you probably haven't heard of the fellow I'm going to introduce, but he's one of the best young heavyweight fighters that's hit this town in a long time. And he just knocked out Gallietti in the first round at Queens tonight. How's about a big hand for King Cole and his very, very charming lady friend, Lola Snow?
Is King Cole there?
Yeah. You want him?
No. No, thanks. Mugging his blonde.
Hey, we're pulling out.
Pulling out? Where?
Up to the lakes. You're going into training.
So you made the deal, huh?
Yes, it's done. And you can go ahead and say whatever you want. Well, say your piece.
I'm not sore anymore. I tried to stop it and I couldn't, but that's your tough luck. Now I'm just sorry for you and old man Wayne and his daughter.
Yeah, huh?
That's it. When are we leaving?
As soon as we can get packed. Where'd you go last night? I asked you where you went.
Around.
Who were you with?
All I know is you tell me to keep away from women and then you put one right in my knapsack. Thanks, Pop, but it's too bad for all of you.
Good morning. The door was open.
Good morning, Dad. Had breakfast?
I just finished.
I suppose you went through with that silly deal.
Yes, I did, and it's not silly.
Want some toast?
Young lady, why did you leave me stranded in Queens last night?
You can afford a cab.
Oh, I see. It means nothing to you that you left your own father on the wrong side of the river. Where'd you go?
Well, I followed your half a fighter all over New York to tell him what I thought of him.
Oh, did you tell him?
I think so.
You know, that argument might have been partly your fault.
Well, that doesn't matter. What concerns me is that it's the worst investment you've ever made.
What makes you say that?
Well, he's conceited. He dissipates, goes to nightclubs, runs around with those blondes.
How did you find that out?
I'm looking out for you.
Well, we'll put a stop to that dissipating business. Say, that's a lot of finding out to do in one night.
Listen, if you ever hint that I'm slightly interested in that big-headed prize fighter of yours, I'll bop you over the head with this.
I'm not hinting.
Where's he going to train? What nightclub?
We're sending him to a camp.
When?
He and Hardy are leaving today.
How long are they going to be gone?
Several weeks. Well, for a girl who's not interested... My mistake. My mistake.
That's the stuff, Joe. Hey, stew, huh?
Special for you today, but no more.
Hey, you expecting somebody?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Come in, come in. Well, this is a surprise.
We thought we'd be out earlier to watch Coltrane, but Eleanor had her own ideas about getting here.
Well, everything's over for today. We're just going to eat supper.
Well, of course, go on ahead. We'll have to be leaving anyway.
Well, I'd ask you to eat with us, but it's just plain training camp food.
We'll be out again soon.
Oh, I think it's very nice of Mr. Hardy to ask us for dinner.
Sure, come on. There's plenty to eat for everybody.
I don't think we should break in this way.
Miss Wayne, this is Scat and Pete and Mac.
How do you do?
Mr. Wayne.
Glad to know you, man.
Move over, fellas. Sit down, please. Two more plates, Joe.
No trouble.
It's a shame we're so late. I was anxious to see a workout.
We'll be here for a while yet.
These are special plates, no nicks.
Thanks for the honor.
Bread, lady?
Thank you.
Butter?
No, thanks.
This is off your street, huh?
No, I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, I guess it's fun to go slumming.
I didn't say that.
Oh, relax. Nobody gets sore around here, unless they get a cut eye.
Potato, please.
Of course, I haven't seen many fights in my day. Ever since radio, I've been staying home and listening. But they tell me the game's softened up quite a bit.
Well, they're not trained for endurance. Most of them hustle for 2 rounds, coast to third, and try to make a flash in the fourth. I'll bet 10 to 1 half of them couldn't carry a bucket of water from a well.
Still got that chip in your shoulder?
It happened to be your chip.
What'd you come out here for? What's on your mind?
It was hot inside.
I've been waiting for you. Sit down.
This isn't your blonde.
Oh, you remember her, huh? I saw her that night.
And the band played Old King Cole?
Oh, did I tell you that, too? Yeah, the band played my piece. Kind of silly, but I get a kick. Well, if you won't sit according to the rules, I gotta stand.
Oh, don't bother. I'm going for a walk.
Swell. Show you around.
I won't get lost.
Can't see much at night.
Oh, that's all right. We just drove out for the air.
Is that all? Remember that half interest in me?
What'd you think of my father buying half your contract?
I don't mind now. At first I was burned, but I gotta admit he's doing plenty for me. All this.
Told him it was the wrong thing to do.
It was. You know, last night I was standing out by the ring here, and all at once it was Madison Square Garden. The band was playing my piece. Will you be surprised when that happens?
Will you?
No,
You're rather certain about your future, aren't you?
I wouldn't say that.
Mr. Hardy says you're going to be champion of the world someday. What do you think?
He's right.
But you're not certain about your future.
I better get you straight about me. When I talk about being champ someday, it's not talking about something I know is going to happen. It's talking about something that's got to happen. You see the difference?
No.
Well, I want you to. Because already you know more about me than I ever figured to tell any woman.
What do I know?
Well, for one thing, that there's something hanging over me all the time. It's something I don't know about myself. I mean, what would happen to me if I found I'd gone as far as I could without being champ? See what I mean?
In a way, I do.
No, it's hard to explain, but I'm living for one thing, to prove to myself I can be champ.
And if that doesn't happen?
It'd be like getting to a certain spot and finding that from there on there was nothing. Nothing in the world. When you're living and working for one thing.
I think I understand how you feel. And you'll get what you want, I know that.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of nice to hear it from somebody else.
Didn't you ever talk to your blonde about these things?
No. Just you. We better go back in the house.
Why?
Can't you tell? Because I like too much to look at you and be near you. And out here, I'm liable to forget that you're a lady and I'm just a mug. Like right now, I want to kiss you, and any other time I wanted to kiss a woman,
I slapped you once for less than this.
I know. We're headed for trouble, lady.
That's right. Headed for trouble.
Challenges in the ring now while the fighters are having their gloves laced. This Cole is surprisingly calm for a man fighting his first main event in the Garden.
Sorry, aren't they?
And die of heart failure? There's enough excitement right here.
Fighters into the center of the ring, giving them a quick once-over on the rules. Come out fighting, hit clean, and may the best man win.
Now let's do it, Cole.
Don't worry.
They go to their corners now, and there's the bell. The men advance to the center of the ring, circling slowly, looking each other over. Snell jabs at the left. And Cole cuts loose with the right to the jaw. Snell tries his left again and digs a right to the heart. He's looking at Cole in surprise. And there goes another to Snell's jaw. But Cole hammers at him with lefts and rights, and he staggers away. A left to his jaw, a right to his heart, another right. And Snell is down. And the count is 3, 4, 5. He's still down. 7, 8, 9, And the fight is over. It's a knockout for Cole in the first round.
You want to start in the first?
I won.
Yes,
Wish you'd been there.
it's better this way.
Those last 3 weeks at camp seemed kind of long. I kind of missed you.
Thanks. Did you see your sleeping lady last night?
Yeah, she's back. Well, she's gone again. Whenever I'm with you.
Maybe she's jealous.
No slap?
No slap.
Why do we keep leading with our chins like this?
I don't know.
I'm no good for you.
That's right.
There are guys on the good side of the track that'd eat off their right hand for you. This is a shame.
Yes.
Why don't you say something that'll set me straight?
I want to. This is my fault. You see, I'm part of a small circle that lives and dies within the circle. Never looking outside because nothing worthwhile ever happens beyond. We're protected by 2 great walls, money and family.
That's it. That's what I want to hear.
And that's what's supposed to be. But ever since I can remember, I wanted to be outside those walls. There was boarding school when I went to public school. There was a girls' college when I wanted the thrill of being in a state university where the boy next to you had to wait on tables to pay for the future he was dreaming about.
I never got near a university. Not even high school.
My mother died when she was too young. She wore a ribbon around her throat and would have fainted to see you hit a man.
My mother scrubbed floors in an office building. See what I mean?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Look at me, you know what I am. Why don't you help me by telling me off? Put me in my place.
All right. You're cheap and common, just like that blonde, and the only way you can live is by your fists.
Now you're talking. You meant that too, didn't you?
No.
Oh. I can't argue alone.
As a gentleman, I apologize for intruding. As a father, where in the devil did you go last night?
I was married.
Not to Cole.
Yes, Dad.
That happened quickly, didn't it?
It surprised me, too.
I wish you had thought a bit.
You can't, Dad. Not about that.
I see. Where is he?
He's downstairs, waiting to talk to you. He's expecting trouble.
I'd like to talk to him alone first.
Aren't you going to congratulate me?
I'll talk to you later. Hello, Cole.
Joanne?
I asked Eleanor to wait upstairs while you and I became a little better acquainted. After all, I've thought of you only as a fighter. First, I'd like to hear a little more about yourself as an individual. Your family and all that.
That's what I thought. You figure I'm the wrong guy for a blue blood family, don't you?
Is that the way you feel?
That's the way you feel. There's not much to tell about my people except they worked too hard and died young. When my old man died, I quit grammar school and went to work in the Chicago stockyards. One day a guy took a swing at me and I swung back and he went down. That's the way I've been under my feet ever since. I've kicked around with the worst of them all my life. But you can tell your society reporters I never went to reform school and I never went to jail. How do you like those apples?
Let's see. You weigh 196, don't you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
6'3". Why?
I'm interested in two things. My daughter's husband as a man and my daughter's happiness as a wife. I can see you're a man. As for the other, I don't know. I can only hope and ask you to do everything in your power to make it possible.
I'm hoping myself. She's got a lot more class than I'm used to.
Well, don't let it worry you. She has social position, yes, but her great-grandfather was a ditch digger. Keep her happy, that's all.
You're okay with me, sir?
Same here. I'll get your wife.
Hello, Pop.
Morning.
I got some news for you.
No, you haven't. Mr. Wayne phoned me.
Oh. I'm a lucky guy, Pop.
Yeah. Moving in with the family?
Yeah. Her old man sort of talked me into it. He's great. You were right. Boy, what a layout. Got more rooms in the hotel. The room next to the bedroom, they're turning into a gym. All kinds of stuff. I'll be training so much you won't have nothing to beef about.
Yeah.
You can come over lots in the daytime to see that I'm working out okay. I gotta be with my wife, Pop. You understand that?
Yeah, but don't let them talk you out of fighting. I don't think they'll try, except, well, a fighter in the family.
Whoever talks me out of fighting will do it when I've been knocked flat.
You'll be champing an old man before then.
Yeah.
Something I haven't got around to saying yet.
What's that?
Congratulations.
Thanks, Pop. Someday you're gonna mean that.
I hope so.
Hi, Cole.
How'd you happen to meet her? You moving in?
How about a couple of pigs on the inside, Cole?
Are you going to quit fighting?
What does your wife think about fighting, Cole?
Oh, come on, get out with it.
Come on, get off your high horse. Let us inside, Cole, will you?
What's the matter, Bud? Rich blood gone to your head?
This is all I got to say. I'm not going to open up so you can make cracks about me in the paper. If I saw what happened to other guys in this spot, and it's not going to happen to me.
I'm sorry, but Miss Wayne still isn't in. It's not going to happen to you. You're right, Bud. It's not going to happen to you. I said, gentlemen,
I don't care what you say. I'm Mr. Cole, and Miss Wayne happens to be Mrs. Cole.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Cole.
That's all right. Where's Mrs. Cole?
In the living room, sir.
Hello, honey.
Hello.
Those guys standing out there. Bunch of...
To get your things?
I got plenty. First they make a grandstand speech to the reporters outside, and then the flunky wouldn't let me in. Just one way to start. Why don't they let us alone?
Don't let it get you. We're going to be in for a lot of that. Are you afraid, Cole?
No, don't like it, that's all.
Listen, darling. You're married because I wanted you. Without rhyme or reason, I wanted you. Maybe it's all wrong, but I'm glad. And I don't care what anyone in the world thinks as long as I'm with you.
How could a guy miss with a wife like that?
No. Oh. Come on now and relax. We're going to be around here a long time. I was born here, right in this house.
Yeah? Say, it's a place, all right. It's going to take me a long time to feel like I belong.
Oh, you belong right now.
I'm glad your old man... I'm glad your father's got half my contract so I can feel like I'm paying my share around here. And all the time I'll be learning a lot about manners and stuff just watching you.
Oh, let's forget that. Be ourselves always. Especially for what I have planned tonight.
What's that?
I'm still remembering what you said about Harry's and that blonde clinging to your arm.
Oh, that.
This is your wife talking, Cole. There'll be no more blondes. Because from now on, I'm going to be the lady on your arm. Tonight, we're going to Harry's.
Oh, no.
Congratulations, Chief.
I think I'll check my rep.
Congratulations, King. Thanks. I'll fix you right up.
Shut up and you can do the talking.
You're going to talk right with me, word for word. And let's quit arguing with...
Are you kids fighting?
Oh, no.
I was just leaving to go shopping. Peter said you wanted to see me about something.
Yes. Sit down, dear. You see, Hardy here worked out cold this morning, and he will... You tell her how he was.
Soft as mush.
We realized, dear, that you and Cole have only been married 2 months, that you're still in a sort of honeymoon state. But the fact remains that Cole's a fighter, and he's soft as mush.
Well, that isn't his fault. The gymnasium here was only finished last week, and I've been taking up a lot of his time. After all, he is my husband.
Do you know he fights Mickey Massey next month?
Yes, but we're not worried.
How'd you like to see him get his ears knocked off?
What?
That's exactly what'll happen to him if I don't get him in shape in a hurry. So we...
Hardy talked to Cole this morning about going to a training camp.
For how long?
Until the fight.
Then I'll go too.
That's just what Cole said.
All right, then it's settled.
But I don't want you along.
Well, who's asking you?
I wish I knew how to talk to you. Can't you understand that a woman shouldn't be around a fighter?
No, I can't.
You could if you'd listen to reason.
Don't you see that a fighter must keep in strict training, and in a training camp you'd be ruining everything I'm trying to do?
I see what you mean, gentlemen, and I admire your bad taste. Meanwhile, my married life happens to be my own affair, and I'll do as I wish.
Mrs. Cole, I hope you'll excuse me for meddling. It's only that I hate to see his hopes for the championship spoiled by a woman who says she loves him.
What's the matter?
I talked to Hardy and Dad.
Oh, they ask you to stay, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, those guys can bark up another tree. I'm doing what's good for me, and I'm taking you along.
No, you aren't. They're right. I've been having such a wonderful time these past 2 months. I hadn't realized this moment was bound to come. Let's face it. I'm married to a fighter, and I love him. And I want him to be the best fighter in the world. That means I stay home. No matter how much we hate to admit it, that's right, isn't it?
Well...
And it'll be right all through the years you're fighting. But I asked for it. I'm not sorry. Now I'll help you pack.
You'll be hearing from me. So long. Keep out of the rain.
I've taken care of her all right so far. You watch yourself, son.
Goodbye, Pop.
Goodbye, and thanks.
Be seeing you.
House very grateful for what you've done, and I...
Forget it. I think I've already put one over on him.
How?
I'll let you know.
Your play.
Excuse me?
Since when did I become bad company?
Oh, be quiet. It's just that I'm used to having a man around.
What am I?
You're an old aunt. It's your play.
Now I realize what you meant today about putting one over.
That's good.
We're going to have another fighter in the family.
Are we?
Well, aren't we?
I told you I'd let you know when I'm sure.
Well, let's find out about this right...
Mind your own business. It's your play.
Yep. We sure fooled Pop.
Pleased to meet you, lady.
I played the Jack of Hearts.
Oh.
I played the King.
Pardon me.
Don't you want to play?
Of course. I'm sorry.
How do you feel?
Will you stop asking me that?
Well, I only wanted to know.
Well, I feel like a moss-eaten rug, and I hate this game. And here I sit playing night after night. Do you know why?
Maybe you've had enough for tonight.
Because if I don't play, I'll go crazy. Do you realize how many times Cole's been home since he started on tour? Twice in all these months.
Well, a fighter has to travel. Can't stay in one city forever.
But he should be here now. Above all times. He should be here.
Eleanor, please. What's the matter, dear?
Dad! Daddy!
Boston AC. What? No, I can't call him. He's fighting now. I said he's fighting right now. What? Hospital? Huh? What hospital? Yeah, I'll tell him. After the fight. Well, is it a...
Yes, it's a boy. Your daughter went through it wonderfully.
Well, of course she did. May I? This is certainly something.
I'm glad you won.
Hello, honey.
Did you see the baby?
Not yet. I came straight to the room.
Go look at him. He's very unusual. A special permission of a prize fighter's career.
I know. The one place I should have been is here tonight. Even weeks ago, I should have been with you, waiting, but... But, honey,
Never mind. Good night.
Honey,
Good night. I don't want to talk to you.
She's doing swell, isn't she?
Very well.
That's great. Could I see my kid?
Why, yes, excuse me.
Something wrong?
She wants you.
I didn't mean that. Honestly, I didn't.
No. You had a right to say what you did.
So many months. Wondering how long I can stand being alone. Then I see you and I love you more than ever.
Cut it out, will you? Had me bawling like our kid.
That's what I want. 2 babies needing me.
I wish there was some way I could be with you all the time. I thought it'd be so easy to hit the top and settle down with the money I earned for you. I don't know. All a man can do is keep fighting and trying. I have to do that. I have to.
I know, Cole. I'll learn to be patient. Because I have to admit you're worth waiting for.
Oh.
Did you see him? He's trying to say something, ain't he?
8 pounds and how many ounces? 7. 7. Look at him. Just like his mother. Class all over.
I'd hate to get in the way of his left hook when he's about 18.
Yeah, he's going to be a heavyweight, too.
No. He's a gentleman. That kid ain't gonna fight.
What do fathers know?
Yeah, what do fathers know?
Is there something wrong?
It's a surprise. Your father's coming home this afternoon.
Oh.
I knew you'd want to go to the airport to meet him. It's been several months.
Of course.
What's the matter?
I should be at football practice this afternoon. We're playing the Case Juniors Saturday, and, well, I should be practicing.
But this is something special, Albert. Your father's coming home because he's finally going to fight for the championship.
Why didn't he fight for it before?
Son, the last few times your father's been home, you've seemed to resent him a little. Will you help to make him happy this time? He's so fond of you. Please.
He doesn't care anything about us.
Albert.
Why does he leave you alone so much when he knows you want him here?
You don't understand. Your father's doing his work just like any other man. He can't help the fact that it keeps him away so much.
But you're so lonely. Even with me, you're lonely. I want you to be happy, and he's spoiling everything.
I'm unhappy now when you talk that way about your father. You love him just like I do. But you try to think too much and your thoughts get all mixed up. He's going to be champion of the world, and we're going to be proud of him because we love him.
Yes, Mother?
Please.
How'd you feel when you got the news?
Well, kind of like it couldn't be true. Campaigning around all these years, taking my ups and downs. I was beginning to wonder what if some hometown palooka knocked me cold before I got a crack at the chance.
That can't happen now.
No. Boy, I've lived a long time for this chance, and I'm going to be plenty ready when it comes.
What do you plan?
Oh, I figured on going north to start light training in a couple of weeks, and from there,
The fight's 6 months away.
I could use more time than that.
6 months isn't any too much.
No. I'll need at least 3 months up north, loafing around. You know, sort of ease into it. After that, we'll hit camp for the real work. Take our time getting ready. Because the night of that fight...
Good night.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I have to get up early for school, and I thought I'd better go to bed. Good night, Mother.
You may stay up a while longer, son. After all, tonight...
No, he's right. The kid needs all the sleep he can get. Good night, son.
Are you coming up, Mother?
In a few minutes.
Pardon me.
Good night.
Good night.
You were talking about the night of the fight.
I usually read to him for a few minutes while he dozes off. Why don't you do it tonight?
I'll see you later. The Black Cavalry was not disappointed. Mynheer Van Gen readily procured good horses, and all the boys could ride, though none was as perfect a horseman or horseboy as Peter and Ben. They saw the
Hague
to their heart's content, and the Hague saw them, expressing its
approbation.
Yeah, approbation. I'm not so hot in the reading, am I?
Oh, you're fine, sir.
I ask you to call me Dad.
I try to, sir, but I want to say goodnight to Mother. Will you please tell her?
You don't like me, do you?
Oh, will you please send Mother in?
What's the matter with me? I'm your father. I'll go get her.
Cole.
He wants to see you.
I can't help it, Mother. I don't know how to act with him.
You've hurt him, son. You mustn't.
I was looking at you tonight when he said he was going away again. He shouldn't do that to you.
Don't worry about that. Be good to him, for my sake.
I want to do what makes you happy, but
Everything's going to be all right. Go to sleep now. Good night.
Good night. Gee.
What'd he say?
I always go in to say good night. That's all.
All right, don't tell me. My own kid.
You must realize he's only a child. He's shy because he doesn't see you very often.
That's not it. He doesn't want to see me. What goes on in this house? What are people saying around here that's turned him against me?
Cole.
I can feel it. I can feel it with you, too, like whispering behind my back. What's the matter? Have you decided after 10 years you're too good for the guy you married?
Well, I'm glad your son didn't hear you say that.
My son. He can't even call me Dad.
Well, whose fault is it?
Mine, I suppose. That's what I get for all these years pounding my heart out in the sticks.
You're not talking sense, Cole.
I'm saying what I feel. That kid's speaking for all of you. He doesn't know me and he doesn't want to. He's ashamed of me.
All right, have it your way. But how can your son have any feeling whatsoever for a father he sees once in 6 months?
I'm taking care of my family the only way I can.
You're taking care of yourself. You had all the money you needed 5 years ago. You could have come home then to provide a normal life for your family, to let your son know you and love you. But you wouldn't quit because you've promised yourself to achieve something regardless of us.
What do you want me to do? Quit when I sign for the biggest fight of my life?
Do what you want. Only don't expect us to crawl to you on our hands and knees just because you dropped by your house on the way to the championship. We don't care whether you're champion or not. Where are you going?
I'm going where you found me, where a man can be himself with his own people and not worry what they're thinking about. I'm sick and tired of trying to be something I'm not.
Cole!
See? And we walk in, and there's his wife. You should have seen Joe.
What did he do?
Nothing. He just drops the dame he's carrying and says, "Hello, honey."
Here you are, big boy. Take this and forget your trouble.
Come on, King. Snap out of it.
Yeah.
I'll do the cheering up.
He wouldn't be here. He just got upset and took a walk or something.
Table for two?
No, thanks. Dad.
Isn't this a swell break? The first time I'm here in 6 months and you show up.
Yeah.
Maybe you better take the car home and I'll stay here and talk to him.
Wait. I'll take care of this. I was hoping I wouldn't see this, Cole.
You thought I was kidding, huh? Come on over to the table and meet my kind of people.
No, I've seen enough. And maybe I should thank you for helping me to settle everything. Let's go, Dad.
Brush the soda.
Oh, don't let it worry you.
Well, what do you say now?
You better go to bed, Cole.
You didn't think I'd do it, did you? Yeah, the band played Old King Cole and I liked it. What do you think about the guy you married now?
Please, Albert will hear you.
I ask you what you thought now. Don't you know what's the matter yet? All that talk about waiting for me and my own kid not knowing me, that's not it. That's not what keeps eating inside you.
You're hurting my arm.
We know what's wrong, both of us. I told you the first night I met you. You're a lady, see, and I'm a tramp. I showed you tonight, didn't I? Say something to that.
What should I say? That I hate you when I don't? All I know is that our marriage is going on the rocks. And I'm standing and watching because I don't know what to do. You were in trouble tonight, and you went right back to the people who knew you before I did. That means a lot. Why couldn't I hold you tonight?
You told me where I stood. I wanted to stay,
But you left. And now after waiting all these months to tell you how much I love you, I've missed you, I'm going back to my room and lock the door.
Why, I'd like to talk some more. I'm all mixed up.
I'm not. Good night.
Honey.
This is going to ruin one of the greatest fighters that ever lived.
It's too bad for both of them. They're not going to find happiness this way.
It's a wonderful woman he's losing.
I must realize that these charges were made because the laws of this state require them. Officially, I accept them. But privately, I must observe. You're a decent couple, torn apart by an intangible something. There has been no request for alimony, just pleas for sole custody of the child. I have requested that the boy be present because he is of sufficient age and intelligence to realize the seriousness of the duty which you have forced upon him. Albert Cole, this child is in your custody, effective as of today, for a period of 6 months. Thereafter, Eleanor Wayne Cole, for the ensuing 6 months, you are your son's custodian. After which period, the boy himself shall choose which parent he shall remain with permanently. And it is my fervent hope that before this decree becomes final, that you will have reached a more pleasant solution of your difficulties. That is all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is the decision of the court satisfactory, Mrs. Cole?
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.
Will the counsel please remain?
Albert's to spend 6 months with his father. After that, he comes back to us. Then he decides for himself.
Eleanor, I hope you can understand why I asked for the boy. To make him see that I love him just as much as you do and want him just as much.
I understand. But don't you think it's a little late to try to prove that? I'll pack his things and send him to your hotel.
Thanks.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, son, I'll see you.
Yes, sir.
So long, Pop. Help him take care of Albert.
I promise.
Goodbye. I'm sorry this had to happen.
Yeah.
I hope you realize what you're doing. More than anything else in the world, that boy wants his mother.
He's gonna want me. I gotta prove to myself I can make that happen. I'll do it, too.
You had his mother.
Come on, let's get ready for him.
Remember, clean underwear every other day. Clean socks every morning. Do you understand?
Why can't I tell the judge now that I want to stay with you? Can't I explain to him, please?
But that isn't fair. You must give your father a chance.
Oh, but 6 months.
It'll be good for you. You may put on some muscle. See you downstairs.
I want you to promise me something.
Yes, Mother?
Go to your father, remembering it's natural and right for you to love him. This way is wrong. You've built a wall around yourself that's hurt his pride terribly. I love him, but I can't do anything to help him as long as he feels the way he does. You're the only one.
It's my fault, isn't it?
No, don't think that. Just promise that you'll help us all by giving him a chance.
I'll sure try.
You're liable to find that your father's a very wonderful man. I did, a long time ago. You might even decide...
Hello, son.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Hardy.
Hello, Albert. Well, you better get your coat off, huh?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, guess so.
Is there anything you want, like a sandwich or soda or something?
No, thanks.
Say, that's some arm you got there, do you know it?
It's not much, Dad.
Your room's in there.
Yeah.
This is yours, the whole works.
Oh, thanks.
The football suit and the motorbike and everything.
That's wonderful.
And you know who we're going to see tomorrow? Dutch Arnold, the greatest pro football player in the country.
It's sure nice of you.
I saw his picture in your room. We're going to be his guests at the game tomorrow. Sit right with the squad on the bench. How do you like those apples?
I certainly appreciate it.
We're going to have great times together, all right?
I know we are, Dad.
Go right ahead, kid. You miss her. I'm getting it, too.
Oh, I'll be all right, Dad.
Sure you will. We're going to be a great pair, you and me.
Hello.
Hi, big boy. Who are you riding to?
Mother? Thanks.
Hey, that's a long letter.
5 pages already.
Want me to see if I can dig up a stamp someplace for you?
It's all right. Mother gave me some.
How's everything going at school?
Pretty good.
Everything okay at the hotel here?
Just fine.
I figured maybe tomorrow we could go riding in Central Park if you want to. You might even start looking around for your own pony.
My own pony? Say, that'd be swell.
Maybe this afternoon, huh?
Oh, wait till I tell the kids at school about this. Especially Pinky Muffet. He thinks he's so much.
What did Pinky do?
Well, he has his own pony. He always talks so big. Like today. I almost had a fight with him.
Fight, huh? Well, what about?
Well, he was with some of his friends, and he said that you'd never be champion of the world if you lived 1,000,000 years. I stuck up for you, though. I said you'd knock that man flat in 2 rounds. Maybe even 1. And you will, too, won't you?
Sure I will.
Boy, we'll sure show old Pinky Muffet, won't we?
Yeah, we'll sure show Pinky. Hello. Oh, all right. Yeah, he's fine.
I know I shouldn't ask this, but have you anything planned for Albert this afternoon?
Well, not exactly. Why?
I'd like to see him. It means so much to me.
Well, sure.
That's grand of you, Cole. I'll have the car pick him up in half an hour. And thanks again.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I will. Just a minute.
Hello, Mother. Oh, that's great. Sure, I'll be ready. Goodbye.
The car won't be here for half an hour.
Well, I better be downstairs so I won't miss it.
Yeah. Well, be sure and tell your mother hello for me.
I will, and I'll tell her all the things I wrote, all over again, and about the pony.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, hello, dear.
Mother.
Oh, my, you're much heavier. What have you been doing?
Different things. How's Grandpa?
Fine. You're having a good time, aren't you?
Yes, Mother.
I've enjoyed your letters so much, especially about the football game. That must have been wonderful.
It was.
How's your dad?
Fine. He's very nice to me.
Oh, I know he is. Does he ever mention me?
Lots of times. It sort of slips out.
What does he say?
Just good things.
You think he misses me a little?
I guess he does. I know I do. Oh, Mother, I know he's been swell to me, buying me so many things. He's even going to get me a pony. But there's nothing in the world that would make me want to stay away from you.
Son, I'll never forget what you just said. And I'm so proud of the way you've acted so far. But you mustn't make up your mind now. Your father's doing all he can to make you happy. And you must give him every chance because he wants you every bit as much as I do.
I can't help making up my mind.
For his sake.
Mother, why do you always tell me to try to let him keep me? Don't you want me anymore?
Oh, son, want you?
King, I haven't said anything because I know you had a lot on your mind. But it's time you started getting ready for this fight.
I guess it is.
And I've been wondering, what are you going to do about the boy when we leave town?
We're not leaving town.
But you've got to go to camp. This is the biggest fight of your life.
It's bigger than you think. I've got to win and make that kid proud of me. If I ever hope to hold him.
Well, how do you expect to get in shape? By sitting around town and batting a bag in the gym?
Can't you see what I'm up against? I can't take the kid out of school to go to camp with me, and if I leave him here alone, I'll lose him. So I stay right here with him. And don't worry about me, because I'll train harder for this fight than I ever have in my life.
If I ever saw a man who needed a couple of months in a training camp, you're it.
We'll do all right in town.
There goes the fight.
Don't say that!
All right.
That's what's going to make the kid proud of me. Seeing me right up there on top. He even told me so today. And it's going to happen.
Fine place to train, Central Park. Might as well be at Coney Island.
What are you belly aching about? We're doing all right.
Go ahead, sing your swan song. 28 days to the fight, and here we are waltzing around a fish pond.
What time is it? Wonder if he's home from school yet.
What if he is? You can be away for 5 minutes. Let's rest a second.
He sure was tickled with that baseball suit. Did you see his face?
Yes, I saw his face.
You know something, Pop? I feel more and more like there's a chance of him wanting to stay with me. You been noticing the change?
I've got other things to worry about.
I felt for a while that it was crazy to think that, but now, especially when he sees me win the championship.
King, listen. Will you forget that boy for a while? This is no fairy tale. You got the fight to think about. Get your mind clear. Be ready for it.
I'm ready right now. Let's go.
All right. You know best. You're ready, and you're going to win, and your boy is going to rush right into your arms. I wish you could see how things really are.
What are you trying to say? That he's not going to stay with me?
No,
That I'm going to lose the fight? If you're trying to tell me that...
I'm not trying to tell you anything. Anymore.
I know you're busy, Pop, but I had to talk to you. I'm worried about Cole.
No more than I am.
Those things I've been reading in the paper, hinting he isn't in condition. Are they true?
No. Physically, he was never in better shape.
Then what's the trouble?
The way his mind is. All keyed up about holding on to the boy. Not being able to think about the fight as a fight.
He does love him, doesn't he? Is that why he wouldn't go to training camp? So he could stay near his son?
Yes, but in doing that, he's ruining his own chances. You can't go into a fight with your mind a mile away. You've got to plan your moves, be ready for surprises, know where you're going every second. If you don't, you're licked.
Could that happen to him?
The way he is now.
Pop, I know Cole's lost a few decisions in fights, but has he ever been beaten? I mean, really beaten by a man better than he?
Never.
Has he ever talked to you like he did to me about the fear of being counted out before he wins the championship?
Often.
And you could feel that he was afraid of what might happen if he didn't get it. Afraid of himself.
That's right. I suppose that's true of any man who loses the one thing he's lived for.
What are your plans if he loses?
None. Just quit, I guess. He wouldn't fight after that.
Or my son will come back to me when the 6 months are up. I know that.
Yes, he will.
That leaves Cole alone, just when he's lost everything. And when he's afraid of what might happen to him.
I've tried to straighten him out.
You see, I've been hoping that when he spent these 6 months with Albert and learned to know him as a son, and if he could win this fight he's worked for so hard, well, perhaps he could find himself and we could be together again.
I didn't know you felt that way about him.
Now don't you see why we can't let him lose? He mustn't go to pieces. Pop, you have to make him win.
I'm trying, and I'll try twice as hard now for you. But he's still the man in the ring. Still all right. Not nervous, huh?
I was never better, I tell you.
Now, don't try any grandstand stuff. Whatever you do, be careful. Remember, he's got 10 pounds on you, and you're not as young as you used to be.
You've been reading the papers.
And watch out for his right cross. Remember that defense we worked on?
I know. Cross him before the second left jab.
That's it.
Have you heard anything from Eleanor?
She wants you to win.
And the kid, he's at ringside, isn't he? With the old man?
Sure he is. We're all pulling for you, son. Now listen, King, this guy's dynamite, see? Keep that in the back of your head all the time. And don't be ashamed to cover up if you get into trouble.
With the kid out there watching me? Listen, Pop, they could tie my right hand behind my back tonight and I could still win in 3 rounds. I got something to fight for.
They're getting final instructions now from the referee, and the crowd is on edge as it waits to see fight history made tonight. Can Cole do what few men have done in the ring? Can a man who has fought 11 years win the championship in his 30s? Fight experts say not. But near us is Cole's 10-year-old son, sitting at ringside. And if a boy can make a wish come true for his dad, there'll be a new champion tonight. And now they're going to their corners.
Use your head and keep moving, see?
Good luck.
Show him, Dad.
This is for you, son.
Hard for a quick knockout. The champ still hasn't had time to get set and is backing around the ring as Cole throws blows from all angles. Boy, there goes one on the champ's chin, and he's a very surprised man.
Get him, Cole, get him.
The count is 7, 8, and he's on his feet at 9.
Come on, Cole, come on.
through that round, you left yourself wide open. You're not fighting your fight.
I know what I'm doing. How about it?
Great.
But you're not doing what we planned, kid.
This is working better. Hold the next round.
Do what I tell you, will you, please?
Isn't swinging wildly, just landing solid blows to the body and head. He's cool and collected now, and Cole apparently can't get past his guard. There's 2 big rights to Cole's head, a right to the stomach, another right.
Left, Cole, your left.
Round, and Cole hasn't been able to land a solid punch since he had the champion down in the first. What a beating he's been taking. Hard lefts and rights to his head, crushing blows at his midsection. And there's a touching bit of drama here tonight, folks. Cole seems to keep looking down at his son at ringside, trying to tell him he's all right. The boy seems to be taking every punch with his father.
Oh, Cole. Cole.
King, now you gotta listen to me. You can take him if you do what I tell you. Just one punch. Keep jabbing with your left. Keep that left in his face and then shoot with your right. Give it all you got. Once, King. Once for the kid, huh?
He took Cole's best punch and it didn't have much effect, although he took advantage of the count.
That was it. But his punch is gone. Isn't there any chance?
You can't stop him now. There's no use taking all this.
No, Pop, no. How about it? I'm all right. You just hit me lucky, that's all. I'm not hurt. You can't stop it. I can't lose in front of the kid. I gotta win.
All right. Keep that left in his face. Keep moving and shoot your right, see?
I'm watching one of the gamest fighters in ring history tonight. Cole has been knocked down 8 times in 10 rounds, and he's still fighting. His trainer has been pleading with him to quit, but he won't admit he's beaten. Right now, he's swinging wildly, trying hard to land, and he's going down again.
God, son.
They've raised the champ's hand now. Cole still hasn't been revived, but his seconds are working over him frantically.
I want to see my dad.
All right. In a little while. Come on, King. Come on. Get out of it. Come on, little boy. Come on. That's the boy. It's all over, Papa. Yes, son.
Don't let the kid see me, Pop. Don't let him see me.
All right, boys, I'll take care of him.
I've lost the kid, Pop.
Just don't talk now and lie quiet.
I've lost my son.
You can't come in here. This is Cole's son. Okay.
I want to go in alone.
Whatever you say.
Keep that door shut.
Albert.
No, Pop.
Dad,
Well, son.
Dad, I know how much you wanted to win, but please don't feel so terrible about losing. You did the best you could, and there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Thanks, son.
And the reason I came down there, Dad, is to tell you that I've decided to stay with you.
With me?
Yes, Dad?
Did you hear, Pop? He wants to stay with me. Did you hear?
Yes, I heard it.
Why, son? Why did you decide to stay with me?
Because I want to.
No. Why?
Because, well, you'll be all alone, and you got to have somebody now. You need me.
Good night.
Hello, Cole.
Eleanor, I brought Albert back to you because I know now he's yours.
I tried, Mother. He won't listen to me.
I don't know just how to say it, except that tonight this boy showed me what it is to be a man. He offered to stay with me, but I couldn't keep him knowing he was just doing all he could to make things easier for me. That's one of the things that's fine about him. So I want to thank you for what both of you have tried to do for me, and well,
Cole, how did it feel losing tonight?
I was ashamed for a while, but not anymore.
You used to say if you were ever really beaten as a fighter, you'd be afraid of what might happen after that.
That was before I knew how it feels to lose. It's not bad. It's kind of good. Like a big load off my shoulders.
And you made a sacrifice tonight. For the first time.
No, I just saved the kid from making one. You're feeling sorry for me, honey, and you and I don't like that.
No, I'm not, Cole. I'm glad you're finally able to face failure with your head up. Always before you were afraid of losing. And because of that, you lost everything you loved and lived for. If you could have only known before what you learned tonight, that if you're not afraid of failure, there is no failure.
That's right, isn't it? Yeah, I missed plenty on that one. Well, I better get going. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
Goodbye. Mother, I know I'm not old enough to interfere, but there's a man that really needs us.
I think he does. At last.